Hi, my name is Gary Donalds. I worked at Auburn Prison for almost 30 years. It was an interesting place to work. As you could tell, if you ever driven by it, the wall on the outside of the prison is in the ground just as far as it is sticking out of the ground. There's been a few attempts to escape from there, but they've been caught. There are 12 towers surrounding the 35 acres that it sits on. It's basically a small little town inside itself. It has 5 blocks. There's A block, B block, C block, D block, and E block. And then we have a mental health unit and a special housing unit, which that's a unit that is where when inmates are in big trouble, that's where they go. Basically, now they only get locked up for 30 days. When I first started, some of them could be up there for a possible 5 years. When I first got there, I worked in what they call the resource pool. You have a different job every day. So I wanted to know the whole prison by itself. After a while, I took on a job. I worked in the key room where we hand out all of the keys, radios, pepper spray, whatever the guards usually need. Sometimes you get what they call the billy club, but it's not called the billy club anymore. It's called a baton. Now, there are several different shifts there. There's 5 to 1, 6 to 2, 7 to 3, 8 to 4, and 9 to 5. That's the first shift. Okay, I worked there for possibly 30 years, and then I wound up working up what they call the wall. They are wall towers. As you're working in the wall tower, you are watching the inmates in the yard while they do exercise, and there's 2 different yards. They call it the main yard and the south yard. Basically, where I was working was 12 posts. I worked in the south yard, and you have to watch all the inmates, and if there's any fights or anything, you have to call it in. And there are also weapons up there in case things get out of hand. So that's a very interesting place to work. Like I said, I worked there 30 years, and I retired 2 years ago, and I love retirement.